Hi guys, Ben here for OnlyAccies and I'm joined here with Arron. It was a terrible performance yet again. Arron, what did you make of that game?
Yeah, it was a strange one really. Thought on paper we saw the lineup and we thought there's a bit of a mismatch, but I thought they actually matched them for the first couple of minutes. It was a good interchange, but listen, that was expected. I think, to be honest, I don't think we thought we were going to really take anything at the game.
I mean, after St Johnstone, what fans were calling for was a high press, and that's what we got in the first 20 minutes, and we did all right. But then, for whatever reason, we seemed to drop, and we seemed to drop deep, and that just gave Aberdeen so much space to create these passes and create these chances. We'll start first before we go into the actual team itself. Willie Collum, the referee. I don't know, plenty of cheers. If you were at the game, obviously you'd have noticed plenty of cheers of Willie Collum. What did you make of his performance today?
When you get Willie Collum, you're either going to have a game which is free flowing or it's not going to flow at all, and it got into that second half and he didn't let it flow. Some decisions were crazy, some decisions fair play, like it is with niggly fouls, but if you're going to start doing that, you're going to need to pick them up in the wall, and it just doesn't let the game flow, and that's what I think stilted it tonight, and especially the game that it was.
Canning in there from a fan. Don't think that would have been wanted a few months ago.
I'm not having that one, Ben. I'm not having that.
One moment in particular stood out for me for Willie Collum. I just want to mention when Sam Cosgrove stopped Owen Phil Williams from taking his goal kick. Goal kick was fine. They never impeded it. The ball never hit him. It lands to Mikael Miller. We're 3-on-1, and he calls up for a foul. Calls to take the kick again. I don't understand that. It's little decisions like that which make Willie Collum questionable.
Do you know the moment that got me? It was when Mikael Miller played the ball to Scott Martin, and then Scott Martin goes to float the ball into the back post, and he stops it for a rolling ball. But he's played it was wee decisions like that, and it's wee decisions like that. But it's even with the two kind of penalty claims, you're thinking, what did you make of them? What did you make of them penalties? I think it would have been soft, but we've had 4 penalties this season. I think.
I know.
So if we're going to go for the penalties like that, we're going to go for it. I think as well. I don't know if it was Jamie Hamilton that maybe handballed it at the other end as well. So, I think. He'd had such a control over the game that when he did let it flow, it was just the wrong moments for him.
And finally, we'll talk about the actual. We'll talk about Brian Rice. There was a lot of calls, obviously, at the start of the season that Brian Rice he's the man forward. I went on Super Scoreboard and claimed he was the guy taking Accies forward, and I still think he is. But I smoked about this last week as well. Selection bingo strikes again. Ronan Hughes. We'll focus on Ronan Hughes. Ronan Hughes is one he's been getting a lot of focus recently on Twitter and Facebook. People saying that he must be Brian Rice's nephew or something, that he's continuing to start. Do you see anything from Ronan Hughes that warrants him a starting position?
Do you know, throughout pre-season I thought he had a good kind of pre-season about him, and I thought a couple of games away, fair play, like he could get into the team, but I don't think that the position he's sitting in, just especially with Gogic there, that's not his position. Right. I don't think we've found where he plays yet. I think he's more where Alston would sit. I'd like to see him sit kind of more where Alston would sit, and sit just a wee bit higher up and push on, but I don't know if that's down to Brian Rice, maybe just, as a selection bingo with Scott Martin at right back and Ronan Hughes centre defensive midfield, but I don't think we've seen his position yet, and I don't think the gaffer knows that either. So that's kind of the issue with Hughes, I think, anyway.
Yeah, and if you could give a man of the match, it was given to Jamie Hamilton, which I don't agree with. Who would you have given it to?
I would have given it to Gogic all night long. But the boy was everywhere. Like every ball, second ball, he was picking it up. I said that if Gogic could, he'd have stuck the gloves on and been in goals himself. So
played with a bandage in the second half.
He did, and I think this season particularly we've found Gogic's position, we've found where he suits in the team, and I think the performances we're getting at him are amazing. So
I reckon if he continues going the way he's going, and the amount of effort and heart, I mean, I don't know if you listened to, I interviewed Brian Rice, and he said that he may not be the prettiest footballer, but he's got a heart side of a stadium, and I reckon at the end of the season we'll see him being player of the season. I reckon we'll see him being given that.
So I think it was Guys Fifth in the Terrace as well. The Friday night he picked up that he's getting the most interceptions in the league for that position, so he's not the prettiest player to watch, and he is frustrating to watch when he's trying to string a pass, but that's not his job that's not what he's there to do. He's here to block and get the game going, but I think it didn't suit him being in at centre half, but he's got to pick up the slack. But this season in particular, that's his specific position, I think, anyway.
And finally, we've got Ross County at home on Saturday. What are your thoughts on that game? Are you confident going into that?
I think it's a real 6-pointer. I think I've said that a few times. I think I said that in the opening game of the season. We played County when it's a 6-pointer, so it is a must-win game. I think we just need to screw the heads on, get a bit of a good kind of training session about us, and just find a team that's ready to go and beat them and exploit their weaknesses.
Perfect. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, pal. Thank you, man. You heard here from Arron, a fan here at Hamilton Accies. It's ended side here. Hamilton 0, Aberdeen 1. It was a Lewis Ferguson goal, which was heart-wrenching to see, not going to lie. It was a really actually poor set-piece display. They laid it off to Lewis Ferguson. He rolled his man quite nicely and then just fired it near post past the one from Williams. I think it was Scott Martin who was closest to him, and he probably could have done a lot better there. Other than that, we had two decent shots. Mika Weller from the edge of the box, and Lewis Ferguson just there you go. Lewis Smith just couldn't quite get to the second ball. And another good shot from Lewis Smith not long after that, with his left cutting in from the right onto his left, which he's done so many times, and he hits it top right hand corner, and it was a good touch, good fingertips it was from Lewis. It was one of those ones where you couldn't actually tell if he touched it or not, but it turns out he actually got quite good fingertips to it. Atmosphere is getting closer and closer to what Martin Canning had before he ended. People calling for Brian Rice, and none of them, I'm sure all of them support Brian Rice 100%. We're all behind the manager and the club, but we're not seeing enough to warrant that backing. And I think, and listen, I don't think Brian Rice will be gone by the end of the season. I seen odds online. It was like 4-1 to be sacked. He's never going to get sacked. He hasn't even had a full season yet. But that result, I mean, that drops us down to 10th. We are behind Hibernian, who are in 9th. We're joint with them on points, but we're just beaten by goal difference. We're only a point above Hearts, who are in 11th, and also a point above St Mirren, who are in 12th. Aberdeen are up in 4th. They're a point behind Motherwell and a point ahead of Kilmarnock, who are in 5th. Ross County are top of the bottom half. They are 7th with 13 points. That makes them 14 points. 14. That makes us 4 points above us. The game on Saturday, as Anna said, is a must-win game, especially after tonight. It's a proper 3-pointer. We lost the first round up at Ross County 3-0 on the opening day, a sucking defeat. Hopefully we can bring a lot more on Saturday, and hopefully a lot more fight, and hopefully we see people like Matty Sogampo, Brian Easton and Blair Alston back in the squad. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on Saturday.